Hi everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to Angel Stories with Amy. Thank you for being here. Today I wanted to share something that happened to me back in 2014. It was February 28th. It was the year we had a leap year, I believe. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's when it was. I know that some of you that follow me on Facebook have seen a picture of me holding a cardinal, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. I knew that that experience was bigger than just a cardinal being a loved one in spirit coming to visit me. My son and my daughter and I were driving through McDonald's drive-thru when I saw this cardinal in the lane, and I told my son to stop because it wasn't flying away. And he was like, "Mom, it's just a Christmas decoration." Like, I don't think they have cardinals around at Christmas time on McDonald's. I've never seen a Christmas decoration with a cardinal on it. And, yeah, there's a chance the wind could have blown it over there, but I'm thinking this is real. So I went over to the cardinal and tried to shush it with my foot, and it didn't move. And I had some people in the parking lot that were actually watching. And so I always call in spirit. Archangel Ariel helps work with the animals, and St. Francis. And I asked them to help me know what to do with this animal. I didn't know if it was stunned or if it was injured or sick. So I was guided to pick it up, and I picked him up, scooped him up in my hands, and of course my daughter and my son are getting their cameras and on their phones, and they're trying to take pictures, and my daughter's asking and begging if we could keep it because she's a lot like I was at that age. So I walked it over to like the wooded area because I wanted it to fly off, and it wouldn't fly. So I just sat there and I pet it and I talked to it, and didn't really know what to think of it. I was pretty shocked myself. I didn't know what to do with this bird, and I just kept feeling like it was going to be fine. I just had to be patient, and sure enough, it flew off into the trees, and that made me so happy. But I just knew that there was something more to this bird than just a sign from a loved one. I felt like it was going to be bigger. And the very next day was the validation that I was correct. I was taking care of my elderly neighbor, Marion, and I was taking her to get her hearing aids checked because she couldn't hear very well, and she had gotten new hearing aids and she didn't like them. Everything was too loud, and so I took her to Miracle Ear, and while we were sitting there, she grabs her forehead and her hand's shaking, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I have such a headache. I have such a headache." And unfortunately, the hearing aids were already out. So when the doctor that was working with her was shouting at her, "Do you need us to call 911?" She couldn't hear. So he ended up calling 911. And with that, she started breathing really heavy. And I just had this feeling that this was not a good thing. Like, just the way she was breathing, I was not sure what was going to happen. But the ambulance got there. I followed the ambulance to the hospital, called my friend Linda, who was the power of attorney, and we met at the hospital. And with that, the doctor came out and he said she had an aneurysm, and we don't know what her will was. And that was when Linda had said she does not want to be on a ventilator. And the doctor had said that's a good thing because she's probably going to be brain dead. She's not really there. So to save her would probably be not a good thing. So we were in the ER for quite a while because he said, "Oh, it won't be long. She'll pass away soon." And that was at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Linda and I were waiting, and she was calling the family. And with that, we got transported to a different floor because she didn't pass away right away. Like, he said it was going to be about an hour and a half. No. He came back upstairs around 10 at night and said, oh my gosh, she's still here. And I jokingly said, well, if you only knew how stubborn she was, I can tell you right now, she's not going to pass away on a leap year. And it was February 29th. So he said, well, we'll see about that. And I remember the nurses coming in and saying, oh my gosh, you ladies haven't even eaten any dinner. So they brought us a cart, and it had coffees and teas and pastries and pretzels and all this stuff on it. And then they also made us a sandwich, which was really cool. So Linda was on one side of the bed and I was on the other. And she's like, so has Marion been asking you for strange baked goods at the grocery store? No, not really. When LD was living there, it was all those Hungry Man meals and the boxed pies, just the normal stuff. And so Linda said, well, the last grocery list she gave me, she asked for jelly donuts. And she said, I have never known her to eat a jelly donut ever. And Linda pretty much grew up right next to them. She considered them her parents or grandparents. So she's like, I got her jelly donuts, but she said she's never asked for those before. So I happened to look at the cart, and there's a basket there. And Linda looks down, and she's just like, what is in there? And I went over, jelly donuts. 2 jelly donuts, 1 for each of us. And we giggled. And I said to her, she set this up. She definitely set this up because she loved Linda and me, and she knew that we were taking good care of her. So I just know, and Linda agrees, that those jelly donuts were there as a sign that this is exactly where we were supposed to be, especially since Linda had just talked about them. So I thought that was really cool. And then it hit me that that cardinal came to me because Spirit was letting me know that she was going to pass. Of course, I wasn't thinking that way when it happened, which we typically don't understand the signs right away until the experience actually comes to foresight. So the next thing, Linda was just like, well, do you want one? And I said, no, I don't like jelly donuts. I don't like jelly donuts at all. Of course, the doctor comes back up and he's like, oh my goodness, she's still alive. And it was a little bit before midnight. So I said, I'm telling you right now, she's waiting until March 1st. So we're sitting there, and her last breath she took at 12:20 on March 1st. And so we giggled, and we were like, okay, Marion, we love you. We knew what you were doing. Thank you for the jelly donuts. And we knew that you were, we know that you're at peace now. And ever since then, I will have a male cardinal up here in my backyard, in my tree, at the feeder. And I just know, even if I hear one singing, it makes me think of Marion. And I'm so blessed to have had that experience to share with you that Spirit does set things up for us. And I have more stories about that, which I'll get to at another time. But I hope you're having a great day. The sun just came out, and I hope to get on here again soon. I know it's been a little while, but I will get on again. Have a great day, everyone.